My manipulative fiancé had an affair with my brother, and they began dating each other. My parents took their side and demanded I support their relationship. Discovering betrayal is never easy, but when it comes from the two people you love and trust the most, it feels like the ground beneath you has been ripped away. I never imagined that my fiancé and my brother, the two people I thought I could rely on, would shatter my world. But the day I came home to find them tangled in an embrace on my living room couch, my entire reality crumbled. For years, I thought my life was heading toward a perfect future. I was engaged to the love of my life, Sandra, and I shared an unshakable bond with my younger brother, Alex. We were a tight-knit family, or so I believed. But one fateful evening, everything unraveled. I remember coming home to find my fiancé and my brother making out on the living room couch. I freaked out, dragging him off of her and balling my fist up. I wanted to beat him to a pulp, but she started begging me not to. My world came crashing down as I realized this wasn't just a moment of weakness. It was a carefully hidden affair. That's when she dropped the bomb on me. We've been thinking of a way to break this to you for some time. This isn't the first time we've been together. Please don't hate us, but we love each other. If you hurt him, you hurt me. As soon as she said that, something in me broke. I broke down and, through tears, told them to get the F*** out because I never wanted to see them again. I broke off the engagement, and my parents sided with me, sending a very angry text to my brother, strongly expressing their disapproval of what he did. As the months went on, I half expected Alex and Sandra's relationship to dissolve into nothingness. However, this did not happen. Instead, they began dating openly. They officially made a Facebook post solidifying their commitment to one another. They posted together, smiling at the beach. The location was the Bahamas, and the caption read, "My better half." Couldn't believe my eyes. My heart ached, and I realized I had blocked Sandra but not Alex. Almost as soon as I saw the post, I got a text from my cousin asking if I had seen it. I told him I hadn't and was honestly scared to. When I unblocked Sandra to look at her posts, I saw photos of them at locations that had once been meaningful to me and her. The diner we frequented, the coffee shop where we had met. It was unbearable. I blocked her again, vowing to avoid her entirely. This relationship put further strain on the family. Friends called Alex and told him off, while multiple family members checked in on me. Initially, I acted fine, but eventually, I opened up to them about the mental turmoil I was going through, and they offered support. A few more months passed, and Alex and Sandra were still going strong. Over time, people's fury began to fade. My parents, who had been vocal in their condemnation, started to waver. Seeing that Alex and Sandra were serious about their relationship, some family members began to argue that everyone deserves a second chance, and that love, in whatever form it takes, should be supported. Even my cousin, who had once called Alex to chew him out, began to come around, saying, "Well, at least they're happy. That's what you should want for them." Meanwhile, others remained steadfast, saying Sandra had likely been attracted to Alex from the start, even while we were dating. This shift caused heated arguments during family gatherings. The worst came at Thanksgiving. Mom had pleaded with me to attend, and though I didn't want to, I reluctantly agreed. At the dinner table, Alex and Sandra sat on the opposite side. Their hands intertwined under the tablecloth, and each glance in their direction felt like a knife twisting in my chest. "How's work been going, John?" Uncle Charles asked, clearly trying to break the tension. "Busy as always," I replied curtly. Across the table, Mom chimed in. "Renee's been doing great at her new job too. She's been working so hard." I clenched my jaw, focusing on the mashed potatoes on my plate. "Yeah, she's been amazing," Alex added, smiling at her. "I'm really proud of her." The silence that followed was thick. "So, John," Dad began, "have you thought about what you're doing for the holidays?" "I haven't decided yet. Maybe just staying home," I replied. The tension was unbearable. At one point, Sandra tried to speak directly to me, saying she understood how things were difficult and wanted to make amends. But I cut her off. "Stop pretending everything is fine," I snapped. Mom begged for peace, especially since it was Thanksgiving. "Peace? You want peace after everything that's happened?" I shot back. Alex hardened his tone. "Look, I know we messed up, but we're trying to move forward. Maybe you should too." That felt like a punch to the gut. "Move forward? You think it's that easy? You both betrayed me, and now you want me to just forget it and play happy family?" Renee started wiping tears from her eyes. "We never wanted to hurt you, John." "Well, congratulations. You did a fantastic job," I said, my voice dripping with venom. "Enough," Dad's voice boomed. "This isn't the time or place for this." I stood up. "I'm sick of pretending everything is okay. It's not okay, and it will never be okay." The room fell silent. I walked out, slamming the door behind me. Not long after, Alex and Sandra announced they were moving in together. My phone buzzed with congratulatory messages in the family group chat. My parents and extended family were all supportive. My mom called it wonderful news, and Dad said he was proud of Alex. Couldn't believe it. I confronted them in the chat, asking how they could celebrate such a betrayal. A heated argument ensued, with many defending Alex and Sandra. Everyone makes mistakes, they told me. Eventually, I left the chat, silencing my phone and shutting out the noise. When Alex and Sandra announced their engagement, my parents begged me to attend the wedding, arguing it was the only way to heal the family. But I refused. On the day of the wedding, while the rest of the family celebrated, I spent the day alone, reflecting. I realized I couldn't change what had happened, but I could control how I moved forward. I distanced myself from those who sided against me, focusing instead on rebuilding my life. I reconnected with old friends, threw myself into work, and picked up hobbies that brought me joy. One day, out of the blue, I received a heartfelt letter from Alex. He expressed regret and missed having me in his life. While I wasn't ready to forgive, I told him I was open to the possibility of reconciliation. Over time, we started to communicate, though things were never the same. As for Sandra, she remained a distant figure. I learned to coexist with their relationship, but I focused on my own happiness. Though the pain lingered, I began to heal, determined not to lose myself in the process.